Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to the channel guys, I hope that all of you are doing well. It's time for your daily dose of some fragrance content, and today I'm going to share with you what in my opinion are the 10 best clones that were released in 2024. In today's video you're going to see fragrances from the major brands from the Middle East like Araf, Fragrance World, or in this case represented by their sub-brand called French Avenue, some fragrances from the Lattafa and their Pride line, and also I've included one fragrance from the brand of Arabiat Prestige. And I'm going to start with the two fragrances from the brand of Araf that I've included in today's video. The first one is called Takim Roso. It comes in this very goofy looking bottle, something that nowadays probably a lot of you associate, goofy bottle design you associate with the brand of Araf. But that this should not fool you because the fragrance inside is very nice. This one is a clone of Paco Rabanne's Invictus Victory Elixir. Now I have a few clones of Victory Elixir in my collection, and my most favorite one is Takim Roso. Smells very similar to the original fragrance, having a lot of sweetness, some coconut, vanilla sweetness, tonka bean sweetness, some spiciness. This one in particular has a bit of citruses up top in the opening, which makes it a little bit different compared to the original one. The opening is slightly fresher compared to Invictus Victory Elixir, but on the dry down smells very similar to the original fragrance. Also get a hint of incense with this one, just like you get with the original. It's very sexy, it's very modern, it's very sweet, it's a people pleaser, it's a crowd pleaser, it will get you compliments and also offers a very good performance. Probably this is the best performing clone of Invictus Victory Elixir that I have in my collection. And the best thing out of all is the fact that out of all clones that I have of Victory Elixir, this is the cheapest one, and I think it deserves a spot in today's video. So if you can look past the ugly bottle design, then definitely check out Araf Takim Roso. The second Araf fragrance that I've included in today's video is one of those very recent additions to my collection. I got this one a couple of weeks ago, but it was an instant love for me. It's one of the newest members of the Odyssey line, and it's called Odys Spectra. And this one is a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Ultramol, but you can also think of this one as being a clone of 9 PM from Afnan. Because 9 PM smells very similar to Ultramol, it's the most popular clone of Ultramol, but it's slightly different in the opening because it replaces that sweet pear note from Ultramol with a slightly fresher, still sweet, but slightly fresher apple note, and that's what Araf have done with Odys Spectra. Basically, they've taken the opening of 9 PM and also and almost completely copied the opening. You get, along with that sweet and slightly fresh apple note, you get a bit of freshness, you get some minty freshness, you get a bit of lavender that gives it aromatic properties, you also get quite a bit of vanilla, but this is not a straight up clone of neither 9 PM or Ultramol, because on the dry down this becomes a little bit different. What Araf have done with Odys Spectra is that they've added the note of tobacco along with a strong cinnamon note, and the dry down is very interesting because it's darker than both Ultramol and 9 PM. It's just a little bit more serious, and it's a very interesting take on that DNA, and again it was an instant love for me. Quality is very good, performance also is very strong with this fragrance. It pretty much rivals the performance of my bottle of 9 PM, which is quite a few years old at this point, and it's a strong performing scent. And Odys Spectra is doing all that for a cheaper amount of money than both 9 PM and of course Ultramol. So the second Araf fragrance that I've included in today's video is Odys Spectra. The next one that I've included in today's video comes from the brand of Arabiat Prestige. It's the only fragrance from Arabiat Prestige that I've included today, and it's called Nile Queen. And this one is a clone of YSL Baby Cat. And it's a superb clone of Baby Cat. Smells super similar to the original fragrance and has fantastic quality. Again, this is one of my recent discoveries from the brand of Arabiat Prestige, one of the recent additions to my collection, but it was again an instant hit for me. The first time I tried it, I immediately fell in love with this fragrance because of how good it is, how similar it smells to the original fragrance, and how good of a performance it has and superb quality. Performance is super strong with this fragrance, especially when it comes to projection. This thing tends to project very loudly in the first 2 to 3 hours. The scent profile, just like the original one, relies heavily on the note of vanilla, but you also get quite a lot of incense with this fragrance. You get a lot of suede leather, some spices. It's a very dark vanilla based fragrance that it's perfectly unisex. Also, in the case of Nile Queen, you have an addition of a tobacco note on the dry down, which adds a bit more masculinity, slightly darker, even more darkness to the dry down. And again, the whole scent is absolutely superb. People around me tend to enjoy this one a lot. It's another crowd pleaser, and that's why I've included it in today's video, because out of what I've tried so far, this is the best clone of Baby Cat, Arabiat Prestige Nile Queen. Now let's move on to the brand of Lattafa. I've included a total of 3 Lattafa fragrances in today's video. Some of them were released early throughout the year, at the start of the year. The first one is called Al Nashama Caprice, and this one is a clone of YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electric. I absolutely love the original fragrance. I love the OG La Nuit de l'Homme as well, and this fragrance can also serve as an alternative to the OG La Nuit de l'Homme, but definitely smells closer to the Blue Electric flanker. It carries that very signature sexiness of the original La Nuit de l'Homme with the mix of the cardamom, the other spices, the lavender, the ouds, very creamy in the feel, but also has the added blue touch of the Blue Electric flanker, which has a bit of freshness up top, some ginger and all that, and this is feels very similar to the original Blue Electric flanker. Offers very good quality at a surprisingly low price, and also offers great performance. Total longevity is actually a little bit better on my skin compared to the original fragrance, and this one especially excels when it comes to projection, because this is a lot better projecting than both my OG bottle of La Nuit de l'Homme and my bottle of La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electric, and all that again for a very affordable price tag. And I think this was one of the best releases from Lattafa this year, Al Nashama Caprice. The second Lattafa fragrance that I've included in today's video is called Vintage Radio. This one is a clone of Initio's Paragon, and again another fragrance that I absolutely love. I really like the opening of the original fragrance, and Lattafa have done a great job with Vintage Radio, capturing the magic of the opening of the original fragrance. It's very enjoyable, very crowd-pleasing opening with that very sweet, juicy plum note that you get out of the opening. You get some ouds, you get a bit of spices, but this is just superb. A bit of ambers somewhere in the background, giving it even more sweetness. And again, especially the opening is absolute magic in my opinion. A super crowd-pleasing scent that's very easy to wear, that's perfectly unisex, offers very good quality, offers very decent performance, and all that for an affordable price, especially nowadays after the initial hype died down about this fragrance. And I do believe again that this is one of the best Lattafas that you can currently get, Vintage Radio. And the last Lattafa fragrance that I've included as an entry in today's video is called Lattafa The Kingdom. This one is it's one of the more recent releases from the brand of Lattafa, and this one is a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Maux Elixir, and it's another superb offering from the brand of Lattafa. Smells very, very similar to Le Maux Elixir. Maybe, especially in the opening, feels like a slightly fresher, slightly more aromatic take on the DNA of Le Maux Elixir. Just lacks a bit of that sticky sweetness that you get out of the original one, but that may make it a little bit more versatile, and also maybe make it a little bit more wearable for a lot of people. And then on the dry down gets very close. It carries that signature, scent profile of the Le Maux line with the lavender, slight mint, the vanillic sweetness, but you also get the inclusion of tobacco note in here and the honey. And it's a very sexy fragrance that is a crowd pleaser again, and yet another fragrance that will get you a lot of compliments. Hey guys, it's George from the future. For some reason the last part of the original video, the audio in that last part, for some reason got screwed up, so I had to record this last part. Now, in the last 4 fragrances that I've included in today's video, all of them come from the brand of French Avenue. For me personally, Fragrance World, and especially French Avenue, should get the award of the best, the most improved fragrance brand from the Middle East for 2024. They've really stepped up their game, and they released a lot of great products under the brand of French Avenue especially, and I could have easily filled the whole top 10 video with fragrances from that brand, but I wanted to keep things a little bit more fair, so that's why I went with only 4 from French Avenue. The first such fragrance is called Mirage Absolute. This one is a very interesting mix between Layton and Layton exclusive. Carries this very likable scent of the, recognizable and likable scent of the Layton series of fragrances. It's a little bit darker than the OG Layton, but not as dark as Layton exclusive. So in my opinion, this sits somewhere in between the two fragrances. You got the fruity sweetness, the vanillic sweetness, the spices, the greenness, the woods. Just all around a very recognizable and very easy to wear fragrance. Offers great performance, offers great quality, great projection, and all that for a very reasonable price. The next one that I've included in today's video is called Lumiere Garçon, and this one is a clone of Dolce & Gabbana, the One Luminous Night. Now, there aren't that many clones of the One Luminous Night, but all of them, apart from Lumiere Garçon, pretty much suck in my opinion. And this is just the clone of the One Luminous Night that you should go for. Offers very similar scent to the original fragrance, smells very Middle Eastern, with a lot of sweetness, a lot of spiciness, some incense, a bit of a green touch as well. Just a very sexy fragrance overall. Great date night material. It's just a superb fragrance. Comes luxuriously packaged. A really interesting scent, and I do believe that this is one of the best releases of 2024 from French Avenue and in general, especially when we talk about clone fragrances. The next one is what's probably the most hyped up clone fragrance release of 2024 and the best clone release of 2024. And of course, I'm talking about Liquid Broom from French Avenue. This one, of course, is a clone of Altair from Parfums de Marly, and it's the best clone that you can get of Altair. Superb fragrance, superb quality, very likable scent, very easy to wear cold weather scent that gets a lot of compliments. It's crazy how much people like the scent of this one. Smells very warm, very spicy, very sweet, with lots of vanilla, lots of ambroxan, lots of cinnamon. You have maybe a bit of a floral touch from the orange blossom note. Just all around a great fragrance, and again the best clone of Altair. Just if you have never tried this one, just go ahead and try it. But for some reason, if you cannot find this one, or it's too expensive on your markets, because nowadays this can be a little bit too expensive because of the amount of hype that it got, you can search for another fragrance. This one coming from the brand of Latafa, and it's called Art of Nature 2. This is also a great clone of Altair, although in my opinion Liquid Broom is the better one, but this is also great if you can find it for a reasonable price. And the last fragrance that I've included in today's video is probably my most favorite clone release of 2024, and it's Azure Oud or Azure Oud. This one, of course, is a clone of Oud Maracuja from Maison Crivelli. It's leathery, it's rosy, it's spicy. It has lots of agar oud, lots of ambers on the dry down, giving it a nice amount of sweetness. I just absolutely love this scent DNA. It's very Middle Eastern, smells also pretty similar to Louis Vuitton Sombre Nomade. A very elegant scent in my opinion. It's a unisex fragrance that leans a little bit to the masculine side, and I love the that combination of leather and oud that has been used in Azure Oud. Superb fragrance, beastly performer. Great quality all around. This is again probably my most favorite clone of 2024. And so guys, there they are, the 10 best clones of 2024. I hope that you found this video interesting to watch. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me tomorrow for your daily dose of some fragrance content. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.